beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Mystic Destinies, Serendipity of Aeons. We're here talking to this girl named Rika, and she doesn't seem impressed about us at all, but we don't care. Are you sure you aren't just one of his groupies? Shou is a very talented actor, and I'm about to tell her off, but Shou intervenes just a second before I open my mouth. Oh great, I was about to tell her off at some point. Well, anyway, I'm gonna walk the Chico home now. A chorus of disappointed voices surround us. Aw, really? The party's not the same without you, man. Yeah, really? You sure you don't want to stay? Yeah, but I'll be back later, so see ya. With those parting words, he takes my hand and walks me outside. Do you take any girl's hand, Shou? If you do, I'm gonna be really sad. We walk down the quiet street hand in hand under the billions of tiny shimmering stars. I look up at the sky and smile. It's still so unbelievable to be able to see the stars in the city, in a city. I glance at Shou, who looks focused on the road ahead. He's still holding my hand. Oh shoot, man. He keeps doing this. I don't want to let go. I have to say something. I should let go. No, I don't want to let go. I can't help but smile looking at Shou. Who would have guessed that he's such a great actor? Although with how much he seems to work on it, it's not that big of a surprise. Thinking back to how magnetic he was on stage feels so odd. Especially since he was so completely different from the Shou who is holding my hand now. I can't help but notice how warm his hand is, how soft his skin is. I have to stop myself from actually stroking his hand with my thumb. I can feel my heart begin to race. I'm thankful for the relative darkness of the night, knowing that he can't see my cheeks turning red. Hey. At the sound of Shou's voice, I look up. He can't sense what I'm thinking, can he? I wanted to say I'm sorry. I know I said it already, but I should have found more time to be a better partner for you. No, it's okay, I understand. I mean, you have club activities, dude. I don't. It's so great, though, that you were able to make that flaming class. You're improving really fast. Thank you, but you helped me a lot with that. Did I? Good. Then I haven't been completely failing at my duties. He says it as a joke, but I can feel the sadness behind the words. I gently squeeze his hand and smile. I've been practicing alone, but I think I have more progress when I'm with you. Well, maybe we could practice together sometime soon. Really? You don't mind? He looks so happy. Of course I don't mind. Why haven't you asked me? Why haven't I asked him? Then, are you busy tomorrow? Maybe we could meet up. Sure, tomorrow sounds perfect. Great, then it's a date. A date? I don't think he meant it like that. I think he just said it but rolled off his tongue. My heart pounds in my chest. Quiet, heart. You know he doesn't mean it like that. After that, we walked to my apartment building in a comfortable silence. He's just so casual with holding my hand. Like, he's not even, like, stressed about it. I'm stressed over here. Although my heart doesn't stop drumming against my ribs, and no matter how much I try to calm myself down, it doesn't seem to work. And yet, I feel happy. I lie in my bed staring at the ceiling. I examine the hand that Shou held. I got to see Shou tonight. I can still feel how my hand felt in Shou's. Crap. I think I'm starting to really fall for him. I've been fell for him in like how many chapters before? Revelations, not relevations. Like Shou, I've been getting in little sessions alone, but we haven't had a good long session since that first time. I've been focusing on defensive spells so that Shou can focus on his pyrokinesis, which is offensive by nature. On my own, I've been practicing every night. At first it was with my gear crystal, but I quickly learned to practice without it, and I can reliably summon my shield anytime I want now. It feels strange to think that just a little while ago I couldn't do anything on my own. It's definitely nice to see my own progress. I turned into Shou in... Sorry, I had a burp. Shou in Shinji's apartment building. I wonder what else will I be able to do? For a moment I allow myself to imagine the possibilities. I'm fully aware that I've barely scratched the surface of what's possible, but that makes it all the more exciting. I knock on Shinji's door, excited to show him my progress. At least that's what I tell myself to explain my unusual excitement and cheer. Shinji opens the door, but his usual smile isn't there. Hey, Michiko. It looks like the old man needs me at Vereda's. Someone called in sick again. so I can't be here to stop any fires that break out. I hate to say it, but maybe you should go home. I know that Shinji is just looking out for us. An image of Shou's bedroom sprinkled with flames is still vivid in my mind. But I really want to spend the time with Shou to get better, of course. We made a promise we would. I'll be really careful, Shinji. I glanced behind Shinji to see Shou walking out of his bedroom. Is her the same? It's the same? Those glasses, the power glasses and a suit can change you, man. I mean it. I've been studying really hard and practicing control. I'm starting to remember how it used to feel. Shou, I don't know. How about we go practice at a park? There's a fountain there. Use that fountain to pour the water. You worry too much. It'll be okay. Michiko and I can handle it. Besides, I have my gear crystal if I really need a control boost. Fine. I can't really stop you guys anyway. Just take it slow and call me if you need me. Shinji leans over and grabs his bag off of the floor. I'll be back tonight. Good luck. He moves past me to leave, closing the door behind him. I find I can't look at Shou without remembering last night. How cool he looked on stage, how everyone had surrounded him, complimenting his performance, how it felt when he held my hand. So, again, you were so good last night. I mean, the show was, and your acting. I couldn't stop thinking about it. The show, that is. Not you, the show. Just the show. I mean, it was seriously good. So, yeah, thanks for inviting me again. Oh, of course. I'm really glad you liked it so much, and I'm sorry about Rika yesterday. She can be kind of overprotective. I want to ask more, but there's part of me that doesn't want to know more either. Thankfully, Shou doesn't elaborate and leads me into his room. Or else we're gonna be just heartbroken. Walking through the door, I immediately notice something different. It takes me a few moments before it finally clicks. Shou, your room is not burned anymore. Oh yeah, I just called up some fixers and they got everything back to normal in a few minutes. Fixers? Yeah, they're people who specialize in fixing up magical messes and making them disappear. So they managed to undo the burns within 2 minutes. Oh, I see. Sounds very useful. Shou nods. Definitely. Though not everyone feels comfortable calling them. How come, if they're so useful and all? Well, don't quote me on this, but I heard rumors around Chao that fixers are apparently involved in some shady stuff. Shady stuff? Like bodies? The first thing I thought was like them cleaning like murderers, murdered bodies or something. I don't know what it would be. The rumors just say they're part of some underground black market type of thing. I quickly glance over the room, and true to his word, there isn't a single singe visible. Involvement in shady dealings or not, or I guess not. Fixers definitely seem too useful to not use. Somehow being here, it feels different than last time. Memories of last night and thoughts of being alone in the house dance in my mind, and I struggle to push them away. Alright. So I thought I'd continue to focus on defensive techniques, and maybe you could try controlling a somewhat bigger fire this time. As I talk, I put my bag down and show his bed and my books on his desk, avoiding making eye contact. Sounds good, but there's something I want to show you first. Show me something? Is it a charm? The things that it could be run through my mind unbidden or unhidden. I don't know if that's a typo or not. What if it's flowers or something? I don't know. It's a charm. Ugh, no. Why would it be flowers? What is wrong with me lately? I stop and nervously begin to speak without turning around. Oh, what's that? I hear Shou laugh. I can't show you unless you turn around. Anxious to turn to face Shou. That's better. Now close your eyes. What? Why? My heart pounds loudly as I imagine him doing something embarrassing to me. Come on, trust me. Okay. Seeing the look on Shou's face, I sigh and do as he asked. I wait patiently until I feel something warm near my face. Excuse me? What? I automatically open my eyes and see that there are 3 tiny fires in his... Bitch, what? You putting fire near my face? In his outstretched hands. Whoa, Shou. Have you been practicing? Yep, and that's not all. I can do more than this. Shou takes a step back from me and turns his palms inward. I gasp when the little balls of fire fall toward the ground, but then Shou spreads his hand wide and the fire begins to hover. Wow, that must look so cool, to be honest. They dance around in a circle between his open arms and I stare at Shou. Shou, I've been practicing every night. I thought if I couldn't control a big fire, at least I could try to do something with a small one. It isn't much, but do you like it? Oh, you're so cute. Like it? I love it. It's beautiful. Like you guys are beautiful. Cheesy. I stare at the tiny dancing fires, slowly moving around in a circle in front of me for a few more moments. Then I notice that Shou is staring at me instead of the fires. Oh, I just remembered. I wanted to show you something too, but now it seems lame compared to yours. Shou makes a swift motion with both hands and makes them come together. The fire completely vanished, and I'm impressed by his practiced movements. He really has been studying hard. I used to think he was unreliable and a slacker. But no, I thought that slacker part more of like Taku, to be honest. I'm glad you liked it that much, but there's no way anything you do is going to be lame. So show me anyway. Shou looks at me expectantly and I nod, taking a deep breath. I place my hands out, palms up, and then bring them in before pushing them out. I can feel my awareness of the things in the room grow as my shield spreads out over the entire room. Whoa, I can create a huge shield. Bro, that's not lame, that is cool. You could protect so many people with that. When it moves over Shou, I find that I can almost recognize his presence, but this time I don't let go. Whoa, you've been practicing too. Yeah, I was scared at first, but I realized I didn't want to just depend on my gear. I wanted to learn to control my powers for myself. I let go of the shield when I feel my focus waver. What Professor Kazama said has stuck with me too, that people often need to fight in this world. I thought the first thing I should learn to do is to protect myself and my friends. There's a part of me that hopes you'll never have to fight. But I guess that's not realistic. So there's a part of me that's also really happy you'll be able to keep yourself safe, even when I'm not around. Say something. Why would I not need you? I might not need you! Rude! Why would I not need you? Shou, I'll always need you. Why would I not need you? Even if I suddenly become the best at everything and no longer need help with anything, we'll still be friends. So of course I'll need you. Right, of course. Even when you don't need help, we'll still be friends. Anyway, why don't we get to practicing? Don't say anything? What can I possibly say? I bite my lip. Shou seems sad for some reason, but I don't know what to say. What can I possibly say anyway? I'm not sure how he understands my silence, but he briefly looks away, I think. Shou turns back to me almost instantly, wearing a happy smile on his face. Alright, let's go to practicing then. I don't know these choices, bro. I might not need you? I might not need you, yeah. And admittedly, with how fast I've been progressing already, his sad face is hurting me. It's possible that time will come sooner rather than later. So I want to say thank you, just in case I can't later. You've really helped me get started. And it's thanks to you that I had my chance to find confidence in myself and my abilities. So, thank you. That's not what I wanted. Shou quietly nods with a little smile on his lips. Almost instantly, his smile turns much brighter. What? Let's get to working then. The day is a-wasting. And when we still have plenty to cover. Shou is even more enthusiastic than usual as he practically throws himself into his chair. He immediately opens one of the textbooks, flipping through it, and even I can tell that he's forcing it a little. With nothing else to do, I sit down next to Shou, determined to make the best out of our time. Dude, all these choices. I won't need you? That seems savage as hell. With how things are going in progress, yeah, I won't need you. At least not for studying or anything like that. But that doesn't mean it's the end of anything. Just because we won't be study buddies, that doesn't mean we can never talk to each other. Or even just hang out, simply because we want to. In fact, I look forward to when we can spend time together without the need of studying. That seems better. That seems way better. Because the friend thing? Yeah, we're gonna be friends. No, that's not what I wanted. After my little speech is finished, Shou grins at me. I look forward to it. So let's get to studying so we can finally get there. He's forcing it a little. I don't know, man. I'm gonna stick to this one. I like what she said. Ugh, this is horrible. This is horrible. It's been about 5 hours since we started studying, and two since we started actively practicing. We're both covered in sweat, and it isn't pretty. Neither of us is paying any mind. I reinforced my shield. The raw energy I have to work with doesn't seem to be flagging, but my focus and willpower are. However, as long as Shou doesn't give up, I won't either. Again! Aren't you getting tired? This isn't about being tired. This is about practicing controlling your power. You haven't come close to really testing my shield once. But stop making excuses, Shou. Do you want to be a pyrokinetic or not? Do it. Fine. Shou wipes the sweat from his brow with one arm and then focuses on my shield with an intensity I haven't seen. He pulls back one arm with a fist. The hairs on the back of my neck stand up, and I feel for the first time a distinct feeling of fear as I realize the danger of the power before me. But I only get a moment to feel anything before Shou throws his arm forward in a punching motion. He opens his palm so that a massive torrent of fire pours forth from it toward me. Uh-oh. I throw my hands up to my face in a gut reaction. I feel my shield shatter around me. I'm flung back by the force of the attack. Well, he done hurt me. The glass window behind me shakes upon impact, and I slide down to the floor. Michiko! Shou runs over to me, but I'm completely disoriented. I stare blankly at the tiny fires on the floor around me as I try to understand what just happened. I was practicing with Shou, and then he threw me. I feel warm hands on my shoulder as Shou crouches down, and suddenly his face is right in front of mine. His pretty gold eyes look so terrified that I reach out and touch his face. Yo, is this a bad ending already? What is going on? What's wrong, Shou? What's wrong? I just hurt you. Are you okay? Do you hurt anywhere? My head still feels dull from hitting the glass, so it feels like I'm working through sludge just to respond. I'm okay. Just a little out of it. I try to sit up but slump forward and grab my head. I regret the action when my hand burns in pain. What? I grab my hand, but Shou takes it from me and looks it over. He takes a deep shuddering breath before speaking. Your hand, it's burned. Just a little, it looks like. It's not too bad considering the amazing attack you just did. What? My hands are burned? I hear Shou's already quick breathing start to become irregular. He drops my hand and sits on the floor in front of me, still not looking at me. I struggle to focus on him. Shou, it's okay. I'm okay. No, it's not okay. I hurt you. I hurt someone again. Shou, please, it's okay. I can see he's starting to panic, and I try to reach out to him. But Shou grabs his head with both hands and looks away from me at the floor, his breathing rapid and shallow now. I don't know if this is because of the choice I picked or this is supposed to happen. So we're gonna keep going until maybe it hits me with a bad ending or something. He doesn't appear to be talking to me anymore. I hurt someone again. I hurt her. I knew this would happen again. You guys and your passive girls making me feel sad, heartbroken. I realize Shou's totally losing control. He looks so helpless sitting there. I gently rock him back and forth, trying to maintain some kind of grip on his emotion. It brings back a very potent memory of me watching Shou and the others, emotion running wild, stuck in a body that won't cooperate. Is this how Shou felt watching me? Did he feel so useless? As horrible as I feel right now, I know Shou is suffering more. I don't know what's going on, but I have to help him. I get on my knees, burned hand and impossible concussion, but be damned. Shou doesn't seem to notice as I crawl closer to him until I'm right in front of him. He still won't look at me even though he's shaking. Shou, I'm right here. I'm fine and I'm right here. I gently touch his hand and take them down from his face. He looks so completely helpless, sitting there, shivering with no defenses left. That emotion overcomes me too. I reach across and lightly put my arms around him. Immediately he throws his arm around me too. I can't see his face, but I can feel and hear him softly cry. We stay like this for some time. I don't let go until I feel Shou's breathing return to normal. Even then, I'm too scared to let go, as if he'll break or start crying again if I do. I legit thought that was bad end because of the black transition. Shou eventually pulls back and I do too. I look down at the floor while he wipes his face with his jacket sleeve. Michiko? You can look at me now. I'm done. Oh, cute. I shyly raise my eyes to Shou and see a tear-streaked face. A little pink with emotion and some embarrassment too. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. I shake my head. There's never any need to apologize for your emotions. Thanks. When you say it, it makes sense. But Some other girls in the past haven't been so understanding. Girls? With a S? But I already know you're different. Girls, huh? Yeah, man. My stomach tightens in an uncomfortable way that I can't feel that I can feel in my chest too. So you don't have to talk if you don't want to, but I just want to let you know that I'm willing to listen if you do want to. And this is where we're gonna stop for today's episode. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not mentally ready for what he has to tell us about these girls. Multiple. That's multiple girls. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna end today's episode off. It went really weird. I don't know what happened. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.